in 2 days.
Hey, I'm consistent, if nothing else. I think we actually are live now, though. I think it's a real thing. I think we're doing this. BMcG versus DLL. Welcome back to the channel, everybody. This is simulcast. What does simulcast actually mean? I hear that all the time in sports. But on the call with me tonight, we have Slaymon and Nerd. Fellas, thank you so much for being here. If you don't mind, just kind of introduce yourselves a little bit. The links to their channels are in the description. Make sure you check them out, as well as checking out BMcG and DLL. Please go watch their streams, pull them up, thumb them up, subscribe. Let them know how much you appreciate them putting on the show tonight. Welcome, Slay and Nerd.
What's up?
Hey guys, what's up? I'm Slaymon. I commentate. I didn't know where to go with that, honestly.
Yeah.
There's all kinds of places
I'm
you can
Nerd,
go with it.
and yeah.
I'm Nerd, and yeah.
Nerd.
Better than Nerd, at least.
Nerd and yeah.
I'd say that and yeah after like every sentence. And yeah.
All right. So I am getting stuff set up, and I think we're finally good here. Looks like DLL is. You said he's in a game.
Yeah, he's fighting some guy. I'm guessing he's playing ranked right now to warm up.
How are you seeing this? Because I have his channel up, but I'm not seeing anything.
Oh, you're not seeing his stream?
No.
I'll send you the link to his stream. It'll be in the chat.
There we go.
You found it?
Yeah.
There it is.
Maybe DLL's like, I think all they want me to do is just fight random people, and if I win, I win.
or he's like, oh my god, BMcG is gonna be tough. Let me just warm up. Let me step on some scrubs.
So
I'm kidding, they're not scrubs.
I think the visual is pretty good. I forgot DLL plays on I believe he plays on an iPad. So his dimensions are going to be a little bit different. That guy has got to be an individual. He's got to be unique, you know. But I think it works. If it's a real problem for people, we can kind of try to adjust the ratios there. What's up, PWF? Doofus, what's up, my friend? Neto, Giant Walrus, Eric, Marcus, Troy, and BK. We're going to have some fun with this. We're having some fun with this. I know, Nerd, you did a little bit of 8.1 today, did you not?
Little bit. This guy's nearly done.
I've only done 27 pass. You realize?
Yeah, out of 36. So, oh my god.
27 out of 36. I'm not good at math, but that sounds like a lot.
It's 3/4.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. And how was it? How's it been so far?
It honestly feels like CavVQ.
Okay.
Like a longer CavVQ. So, I mean, if you like CavVQ, you probably like it. I don't really like it so far, though.
Marcus is saying that he's probably pushing his 8.1 stream a bit to watch this match. Marcus, if you before you head out, drop the link in the chat and we will raid you afterwards. I think I've asked B and DLL is like, if either of you is in the mood, please join the call afterwards. Love to chat with you. I gotta say, this feels like a little bit of gamesmanship from DLL here. He and I did do a couple of the sabotage incursions against each other a few times way back when, and he was infamous for showing up late, for making me wait. And you can see this happen. You can see it affecting B. B started off looking very, very confident, but he's got his hands ringing. He's shaking his head no. I feel like it's working. I feel like what DLL is doing is working here. And he's already starting. I love it. I love it.
Mind games. On top of the fact that he won that game 2-0.
Yeah.
So he's trying to go into this match asserting his dominance. Like, look, man, I just won a game 2-0. What chance do you have against me?
Much large, like a large brown bear standing on its hind legs to show off its size, to intimidate its prey. DLL on his hind legs, intimidating BMcG. I wonder if it will work. Let's see.
And that's pretty tall with being on his hind legs, being the lengthiest limbs in the Battlegrounds.
Yeah, long legs on his legs, standing is like.
Yeah,
I can't even imagine how tall that is.
That is an excellent point.
At least like 30 feet.
He's already telling us he's a daddy with long legs, and now he's standing on them. The mind games have apparently been going on for 7 years, and we just didn't realize it.
Jeez, yeah.
Jeez.
Yeah, it was
he's gonna pull the Kabam employee card, isn't he? Listen, BMcG. Like if you beat me, I will make your life in this game miserable. He's gonna pull that, isn't he?
He's like, you will nonstop pull Colossus, and I will undo his buff.
Yeah, you see Slay? He got an Iron Doom because of me.
For those,
do that for you.
There might be some people in the chat that are like, "Is this a joke? Is it not?" Especially because I recently did a joke myself about working for Kabam. Mine was completely a joke. DL actually did. He put out a video today. Like I said, look at the pinned comment. Check out BMcG. Check out DL. Subscribe to them. DL does work for Kabam. He was fairly recently hired. He's a champion designer. I could not be more excited for his champions to start coming out. But I've been telling you guys for a long time, if you've been watching this channel, you know I've been calling him the smartest man in the battle realm. And I'm glad Kabam decided that I was right and agreed. And they went and hired him. I really think we're going to see some amazingly fun champions that he produces. I could not wait for his product.
I gave him a really clutch reference letter.
Yeah,
so if anyone
you?
Wants that from me, just type a message in the comments.
Is that the key to getting a job now? Is the reference letter from Slayman himself?
Yeah.
I said Slay's just secretly Kabam CEO after all this time.
That would explain a lot. But I'm not going to touch that joke anymore. All right. I do hope that, honestly, everyone who's watching, I hope you have both their streams open, or at least have gone and subscribed to their channels. They're putting on a show, taking time out. I know a lot of folks would want to be getting on to 8.1. Oh, look at B. I like that. I really enjoy the face cam. I had fun watching Infamous the other night live on stream. You could really see the emotion there. And it's really cool. B he looks refreshed. He looks ready. This is, I like it.
He has that like exciting, nervous energy. It looks awesome.
I also think, and I don't mean this as a gamer, as in a video gamer, B looks like a gamer to me. Like, he looks like the guy when you're picking your team at pickup basketball. There's just a thing where I'm like, I want that guy on my team. I think he's going to bring it. All right.
Oh, yeah.
Watching. All right. Infamous' stream was a little laggy. All right. Nothing the man can do about it. All right. Let's go and get into this. You two are always better at diagnosing the bans. So if you don't mind, let the people know what you're seeing.
So the Mysterio ban is interesting to me. I think that's probably because of this being a fairly weak cosmic meta, and most of the best Mysterio counters are cosmic. So he may not have a bunch of cosmics in his deck. Killmonger and Tigra, pretty standard. Prince Ra, Torch, and Nick Fury, again, just some very strong bans overall.
Yeah, it looks like DLL didn't have Torch in his deck. If I'm not mistaken, which is why Torch was such an easy ban for him. I know he doesn't have Nick, and it seems neither player has AA either. So this is going to be very interesting.
I believe it was one of you. Go ahead.
I believe DLL. I believe DLL is working on ranking up his Renshaw, but I think it's currently not ranked as well. So I think that could be part of that for Renshaw.
Yeah, good point.
I bet he tries to hustle up 8.1 for that. I see a Scorpion on the board. Scorpion has become more and more just impossible for me to ignore. I know we talked about that on the stream last night, where I was telling you, I just put out a Battlegrounds kind of ranking, trying to help people who are moving through the Victor track, whatever, the initial track, because they're going to be going up against Bulwark a lot. And even just within 2 days of having put out that video, I would have raised Scorpion significantly in it. And then I think we saw Karate Mike really use Scorpion excellently there, and what he can do with a rank 4.
And correct me if I'm wrong, DLL Scorpion is R3, right?
I would think so.
Yeah, I think that might struggle against a rank 4 man thing, but we'll see.
That's right. BMcG's man thing is a rank 4, so is his Darkhawk, who he just pulled. There's also, just having known DLL for as long as I have, there's some odd, kind of coincidental layover. See, I need DL on stream to tell me what words mean. But overlap between these two. They both have a love of Darkhawk. It would be a bit ironic to see Darkhawk placed against DLL, especially if DLL takes him on with this Hyperion, who DLL used to play all the time. This is pretty interesting. What's up, Nah? How you doing, buddy? Antricus. I was going to make a point earlier, though. About not having those key champions in their decks. I used to leave them out too, being Human Torch and Archangel. And the reason is because I felt like allowing my opponent to use them always just kind of undid or minimized my roster advantage. Like a 5-star Archangel is now all of a sudden beating one of my defenders. But then I think it was TJ. I thought it was one of you two, but I think it was actually TJ who was like, look, leave them in your deck, then you ban them, and then you're actually making the pool of champions for you to draw from smaller.
Yeah.
He was right. I feel like it's made a big difference.
Yeah, I think DLL has the advantage draft wise. Sorry, nerd, go ahead.
I'd been doing similar this meta with my 5-star Archangel and then banning R3 Archangels just to. It's like I have a fairly small roster, comparatively at least. So just getting rid of one of those thoughts has helped a lot for just getting less useless picks, you know.
Who does B? This is interesting. I don't know. I don't think B's got an answer for Hulkling at all. I don't think he had anyone. Did he?
No,
I think
he didn't.
I think that Jabari could do pretty well because AAR can work against his Indestructible to make it trigger less, and she does have some AAR off of her L1, I believe.
I don't like this Venom Pull versus Darkhawk matchup, honestly.
I think I'd give B the advantage here. This matchup.
Yeah, as crazy as that sounds, I also think I think it's a coin flip, honestly, because Venom Pull is a bit slow, and also he doesn't inherently counter any part of Darkhawk's kit. Like I don't believe he's an auto block counter. He's definitely not a miss counter, but I guess he's gonna finish at full health.
He's gonna omnom those shields. He's gonna omnom those shields, and also Darkhawk I think is tagged a robot, so he'll degen him, right? As I think we're already seeing that. I'm making myself sound smart.
Yeah, so he is going to degen him, but there's no counter to the auto block. There's no counter to the miss. So this is going to be a very long fight, but DLL is going to finish at 100% health. And as you can see, B's fight is just not going well either, because Hulkling, whenever he takes a hit and he gains a regen buff, that regen gives him back 60% of the health that he lost, which is just a monumental amount of regen.
You can't afford to take. We can't get hit to the face like just happened there. But you can't take hits to the block either against Hulkling because he's just going to get that pierce buff, start doing so much damage to you.
Right. Yeah. I would have liked to see.
Just needs to take this slow and steady, and he'll get this.
Yeah. I would have liked to see B draft Mordo. I feel like he drafted too many science champs. Because he drafted Overseer, he had another one, and then he also drafted Scorpion. I would have liked to see Mordo, especially since DLL had like 2 other Cosmic champs before he drafted Hulkling.
Yeah, that's a good point.
The risky heavy there to get rid of the miss. Worked out for him though.
So this is why we don't let our competitors see the various screens and things like that, because that'd be such a massive advantage to DLL to know this right now. And I really admire the guys and everyone for playing so much by the rules.
And I think that last degen will take out Darkhawk.
Yeah.
Ooh, nice, yeah.
This one. Nice. Jabari versus Hulkling was a lot less good than I thought it would be.
Honestly, Hulkling just without a counter is just super duper hard.
For sure.
Nah is here. If I didn't already say hello to Nah, Spinnaker 3. Slayer, what's up, my friend? Slayer of Gods and I will actually be facing off against each other in just under 3 hours. Just under 3 hours. I think it's going to be the match of the week. And OG Highline needs no introduction. Thank you so much for being here, my friend. All right, let's see how they adjust. So DLL is placing his...
Sam Cap, yeah, smart pick.
Oh, definitely want to use Starkey for that Sam Cap. Definitely want to use that Starkey.
I personally would have gone Hyperion just because it doesn't seem he had a counter for him.
Yeah, Starkey versus Hyperion does really well as well, because that taunt and the power drain just gives you a really good shot at winning on. I think if BMcG goes with Starkey here, I would give him the speed advantage, but I would definitely give DL, like, he's gonna end at 100% health unless he makes a mistake, so we'll see how this goes. I think I would lean towards B on this.
I'm leaning towards DLL on this round. I always prefer the safe option. Like, you could make a mistake against Sam Cap and he auto blocks you, and then, you know, he's gonna hit really hard with his ruptures.
What I'm going to be curious to see here is if I was taking this fight, I would just stick to the SP ones. I would get as many. He probably went Rupture, I would think. Mm-hmm. See, I wouldn't even have done the heavy. I understand why he did it.
Yeah.
So let's see how this plays out. And then what's the strategy there for Starkey versus Sap Cam? I really honestly don't know how to fight him.
You really just want to build up to 10 poise, and then since in Bulwark it's the friendly where it's at 7% instead of the 5% in the Gladiator circuit that we had. Mm-hmm. After you build up those 10 poise, he's still not going to be triggering Bulwark on his mediums or lights. So you just stick with combos for the full fight. You'll probably end it in around a minute.
So no specials, so you don't have to worry about the auto block?
Yep. That seems to be the strategy.
Okay.
It's going really well,
Yeah, very, very well.
Yeah, and DLL,
Would have liked to see him build up a few more poise at the start to end that a little bit quicker, but it seems to be working out anyway.
Let's see if he gets nervous and throws a special. He doesn't. Well played. Way to stay calm. B. DLL, I think the Scorpion Ricket was relatively new for him. Hey, what's up? Is that Amanda herself?
It's me. Hey, guys.
Thank you so much for joining the call.
Thank you for having me.
Absolutely. So it looks like B is going to finish up this one and tie this first round up at 1-1. And what I was saying about Scorpion, though, is having played him as much as I did in Battlegrounds this last week, I found that playing him in like kind of that traditional style, that heavy cancel into specials, the SP1, the SP2, all that, just it takes too long. I'm not able to really explain the math behind it. Sticking with the SP1s, relying on your taunt, you're really going to be able to start stacking the debuff, whatever you've chosen, more than I think you intuitively think you would. And that really speeds up those fights. But as Slay pointed out, that Man-Thing was a rank 4.
Yeah. Like, that fight is so much longer with a rank 4. Like, whenever I place it and they pick Scorpion, I, like, start dancing and stuff because I know I probably won the round. Because it takes so long.
Is it hard to play while you're dancing? Like, is that a phone down sort of thing? Is it two hands? I'm very curious.
The thing is, like, when I dance, it's only, like, I can only square dance, so it's just my legs that are moving. So the rest of me is fine.
I really want to see that if possible. I would love... Yeah. Okay. Moving on. This is big, right? Because the winner of this wins this first round.
Yeah. I would have gone Hyperion.
I think I would give the advantage to DLL here, but both are kind of RNG matchups based on whether or not Nimrod's throwing specials, whether or not Hype's getting those injuries. And with that special concussion, your RNG is going to be, even worse than it normally is. So.
Yeah, I would have gone Nimrod.
And again, remember, if you stick with that SP1, Scorpion's going to constantly be landing a taunt. He's really awesome. I will stop talking about how great he is.
Hey, Vega, can you tell me how great Scorpion is?
So he's really great. Thank you for finally letting me talk about that. I really appreciate you bringing it up.
Wow, okay, Hyperion's really melting, though.
RNG right there.
Yeah.
Get in that L2. Probably gonna trigger Bulwark. Nope, does not trigger Bulwark. Really nice. Okay.
Yeah,
he's getting this lining up really well. Ooh, only one Incinerate there with the Furies falling off. That is a little bit rough.
Yeah, it's the longer this fight goes on, the longer it's going to take to kill him because of those special concussions.
For sure.
Oh my god, this is so tight.
End this at 100% due to that willpower, but that RNG is no longer favoring him with all
and now actually he's taking the health lead now.
Yep.
Wait,
I have to commend both of them for staying so insanely calm. They both have basically full health bars right now.
Yeah. And this is what I was saying earlier. I would have put Hyperion on defense and then Nimrod the Overseer. Because Nimrod would only need 2 specials to end the fight, so special concussion isn't a huge deal. Yeah. And DLL B wouldn't really have the best power control option for Hyperion on defense.
Yep. If you three wouldn't mind, because I do really appreciate you three being here. You're all put on excellent shows. Would you please link your chats in the channel, and that way we can tell folks to make sure they subscribe to you so they can catch all your matches and the videos you all are putting out.
Yeah, sure.
Sure.
That's amazing, though, right? Because if you went about 45 seconds into this fight and you didn't really understand the mechanics of the champions, you would have swore DLL was going to clean up with Hyperion there. But it's just because, as you mentioned, as a special concussion, it was able to take more and more effect, get stronger. And I think as the dot from Scorpion went on, Scorpion, if I haven't mentioned it yet, Scorpion's really good.
Guys, I'm a little torn on something. I don't know if Scorpion's really good. I'm going to need someone to explain that.
Maybe, you know what?
I wish we had someone on call that had a Scorpion.
You know what we're going to do?
Explain that.
Is you guys know I misspeak a lot. We're going to set up a poll. We're going to set up a poll and ask the audience, is Scorpion good? And we'll let them vote. And then at the end of the stream, we'll check and find out.
And please, everyone vote no, just so we can have Vega talk about how great Scorpion is for the next 30 minutes.
Oh yeah, definitely voting no.
I think we should have like a swear jar type of thing. Like every time Vega says Scorpion is good, he buys me a cab. I need a dupe on my Iron Doom, please.
Samuel, you know I misspeak all the time. Link the chats in the channel. We're lucky I actually said chat and channel, just didn't make up a whole other word, right? So I think let's count our wins. As Legacy famously said in his video, you don't know if there's a chicken in the egg. It might just be a yolk. All right. So moving on. I don't know how many people saw that video. It's pretty funny. You got to check it out. All right. So you three are much better analyzing the drafts than I am. Analyze away, please.
Well, the difference.
I think.
Yeah, he went the same bans. B banned Hulkling because I think his mystics outside of Mordo can't counter Hulkling, and he knows that DLL is going to ban Rintra, which is the premier counter to Hulkling.
Mm-hmm.
Starting off with that R4 man thing is going to be a very strong defender.
Yeah.
You always got to get some way to deal with that.
Mm-hmm.
Hype and Venompool sticking with those two again.
Interesting.
Ooh, that R4 I-Bomb can be a really good stall. Let's see if he goes with that.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah. Do you think Hyperion can cook him quickly?
Hyperion, it always depends on the RNG with Hyperion.
Yeah, that's true. It's either 30 seconds or like 2.5 minutes.
I've seen Hyperion's timeout to my R4 I-Bomb, but I've also seen Hyperion's take my R4 I-Bomb in like 60 seconds, so... A little bit of a mix-up.
Yeah, Mysterio is unbanned. DLL chooses not to go for Mysterio. There's an R4 Terax on the board.
Good for that Doom.
Yeah.
Ooh, interesting to skip out in the Mr. Negative there.
Yeah, Scorpion, I guess, is for Doom. And an R4 Terax. So DLL drafts Dragon Man for him, which is a good counter on paper, but I think it's slow. On top of the fact that he does take a lot of damage from the energy field that's around the rock field around Terax. So I wouldn't say that's the best counter in the world.
Dragon Man can definitely get like at least 50,000 points against Terax though. It can definitely work. It just depends how good of a defender DLL is going to be putting up against that Terax.
Yeah, that's always how it depends, because you could have an 80-second fight that's an amazing matchup, but if you give the opponent a 50-second fight that's also an amazing matchup, then you lose that matchup, unfortunately. I would 100% go Darkhawk here just to stall out around, but B chooses to go Night Thrasher, and he's been using Night Thrasher in his streams, especially as a really good auto block counter, because his skateboard has true accuracy on it. So
yeah, I believe he's picking that up for that Guardian that DLL has.
Yeah.
Just answer a quick question here. PWF, for rules on this tournament in particular, because you're correct, Wiccan is a great Hulkling counter. He's great at more than that, but that in specific, as your question says, you just can't use Wiccan on defense. You can't use him on defense.
Because of the game crashing thing.
Yeah, because the game
Wiccan on offense is amazing, but like only one person has him in this tournament. So.
Is he the only one? Really?
Bryce, yeah, he's the only one.
Huh.
I'm the only one with Iron Doom. Just gonna flex that a bit for today.
Such a whale. Such a whale.
I'm glad you brought that up.
Iron Doom is about as ubiquitous as Vega saying Scorpion is good at this point.
Can we have a poll in the chat? Who has Iron Doom? No, I'm kidding. Don't do
that. Anyone else outside of Battlegrounds afraid to hit into the opponent's block? Absolutely, Doug. Yes.
Dude.
The answer is yes.
Gosh, yeah.
And
I have that path in map 8 where you have to hit their block, otherwise they get the armors, and it feels so wrong.
All right.
Oh yeah, there have been. I believe there was a path in Act 8 where you were hitting the opponent's block for damage, and I was just like, "Oh my god, I'm terrified to hit that block until I realized."
So what's the strategy here for DLL? Is he just going to stack Furies and combo?
Yeah, I don't really like this counter. The thing being is that Samcap auto blocks specials, and Hyperion does a lot of specials. So what I think he's doing is just building heavies and just hitting him. That's it.
Being as though B is trying to play Scorpion with that heavy special intercept off heavy.
I would have liked to see DLL save the Hyperion here for defense. I don't think B had a really good counter to Hyperion, but I could be misremembering.
What I think it is that this is like me with Omega. Is like,
Yeah.
this is DLL's champ, one of his champs, where he's like, listen, you may be faster than me in this round, but I am so comfortable with this champ that I will take any of your defenders with him. And that's what he's doing with Hyperion.
Oh, he won the round.
That was a close finish.
A couple of hits of block damage just decided that at the end.
R4 Doom decides that, guys, with block damage alone.
Definitely.
I thought he was going to win it, so I wrote down a question there to ask B about why he switched his Scorpion strategy, because he went to the SP2s, but him not winning, I don't think we will ask him.
I think the SP2s, they put a Petrify, right, which turns off Doom's aura. That's what I believe he was going for.
Yeah, but if he's just... Yeah, I guess if you want to land your SP1s, yeah, I understand. Yeah, that's a good point.
And there we see the Guardian. I believe B is going to be going for Night Thrasher here for that Guardian.
Yeah, that should be a fun one to watch.
Oh, and that man, it's going to be a tough one.
Yeah.
I've
seen Reed take this. Yeah, he basically takes no damage from the poisons because of the debuff Siphoner.
Yeah. It is pretty slow, though, because, without Reed's crits, it's basically all just reversing willpower at that point. So we're going to see how this goes.
Mm-hmm.
It's actually,
if anyone can do it, it's DLL.
Yes.
Yeah, that's a very good point. It's actually surprisingly faster than you think it is. So
yeah.
I wouldn't... This is a coin flip match right here.
And it is starring two R4 champions that both of these summoners are completely associated with. Like, they put it on the thumbnail for their streams.
Yeah.
B with
this
his...
is gonna be...
Good point.
Yeah.
This signature matchup.
Who's better? Who's better, Night Thrasher or Reed? We're about to find out.
Alright, let's make sure to just go in there, chat, and tell them that this decides the whole MCoC community.
Yeah.
You know what, guys? We're not playing 3 games. This round decides the tournament.
Yeah.
So, interesting thing is, both of these champs are ramp-up champions as well. So
good point.
I feel like Reed ramps up significantly faster than Night Thrasher does.
Is that the case? Because I was actually about to say, I have no idea what Night Thrasher does besides his skateboard attacks can't be evaded. And I'm looking at it and I'm like, he does do damage at some point, correct?
Yeah, he does. The issue is that the Incinerate and Shock and the Disorient that he's putting on Guardian, because it's a SIG 200 Guardian with that much energy resistance, he's healing like 90% of it back.
Yeah, that's what it looks like.
Yo got his ramp finished up here. Now he's really reversing all that healing. I believe BMcG has quite a few SIGs in that man thing as well, so that regen off of his specials is going to be getting reversed even more.
Okay, but did you notice what a huge jump was just made in Guardian's health pool, or a deficit? I'm curious how much this SP2... Oh, it actually triggered the node.
Yeah, he's catching up. Yeah. Whereas Reed can trigger the node as well, because every debuff on Man-Thing makes him that he hits harder. But he didn't trigger it there, and willpower regen reversal carried him.
Yeah, you can't do the extra crit damage against Man-Thing. Normally you can trigger it off those special 2 crits, though.
So DLL evens...
takes the second round.
Yeah, it takes the second round, evens it back up at 1 apiece. For everyone who's unfamiliar, we are doing a best of 5, so each summoner still has to win 2 more full rounds, 2 more full sets. What do they call this in tennis? Are you guys, any of you all tennis players? Game set.
This is game. So
twice
set.
when I was 7 count.
Yeah,
I think
the 5 is the set, and then there's 5 games in the set.
Thank you. Yeah, that's right. So they each have 1 set apiece.
I was hoping to get it here, right?
I was hoping
Reed did better than Night Thrasher.
What's that?
We're not ending it here because Reed did better than Night Thrasher.
No, but B does need to leave the game for at least 4 months. So it's a really. Some people would say that's harsh. I don't think it's harsh enough.
Yeah, you're right. I think you should just buy everyone in the tournament Cyber Monday offers, but
absolutely.
Let's let it slide. I like B.
Let's let it go. What are the chances that they're both having stream lag at the exact same time?
I think it's pretty low. Oh no, they're not. They're both in the draft phase.
Okay, so I'm going to refresh their feeds.
You're quite behind. They've already done bans.
Like something's not adding up.
Yeah. All right.
So
As you can
The
see,
connection issues are loading slightly faster on DLL side.
As you can
that's a
see-
really good advantage.
Yeah. Actually,
DLL is going in a circle.
if you guys could describe,
Clockwise.
can you guys see what's happening on stream?
Yeah, I can describe
Okay,
it.
describe what's happening. So, because I'll try to get this sorted. I'm not sure what's going on.
So this time around, DLL didn't ban Rintra and actually drafted Rintra himself, and he decided to ban Darkhawk instead.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, and I think that's just so he doesn't have to draft Venom Pool fearing that Darkhawk, if that makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. That is a nice pick of 3 so far with Stealthy and Thing on B's side. Those two are absolute killers. And that Stealthy deals really, really well with that Rintra. I've done that matchup a lot this meta. Definitely one of my favorite Rintra counters.
Yeah, well, it's not only just Rintra. He deals with Doom. He deals with Joe Fixits. Anyone else you could really put on
that Mysterio, that Bone Shot
like, bro, everyone there, yeah. So that is a very, very strong pickup for BMcG.
For sure.
Zach, really enjoy the commentary and having multiple people on call for such a great event. Props to Vega. Thank you so much, Zach. I really appreciate the support as always. All right, let's get back to the draft analysis from you all.
All right.
I'd go Mordo here if I was B, but I think he's gonna go Overseer Man Thing. Oh, he went Mordo!
Oh.
Woo!
Best moment in Slice Week. Let's go.
Bro, Mordo is so underrated. And I think it's because DLL placed Nimrod on defense in game 1 that B went Mordo. Because he absolutely nukes that fight.
I think my B stream is a little bit behind, but I'm worried about trying to catch up.
Just click on the live button. You see how it says live and that dot? Just click on it and it should take you straight up to the point where they're at.
Yep. If it shows that red, you're up to date. If it shows the red.
Alright, so
And
B's fight is...
back on DLL side, so that's a pretty good advantage for him.
B's fight is Overseer versus Doom. Not the easiest Overseer fight, but it's also BMcG.
And then DLL has Joe Fixit versus Mordo, which can go really, really well. If you get that bleed RNG, he's gonna melt this fight. So we'll see how this goes. I think I would put this in DLL's favor for this round.
I actually put this in B's favor to win this round. I think
I think he'll be really quick with Overseer.
Yeah. Like he put the Tauntaun, he got the SP1 going, and he has the Dex, Retaliation, and he's just gonna bait out Nullifies. It's just a really, really solid matchup. Once Overseer gets going, it's hard to get him to stop.
DLL gets a really strong L1 from Joe Fixit there with 11 bleeds.
And it looks like he has deep wounds on as well. Very nice.
Mordo is melting away.
Oh boy.
Oh boy.
It's God Fix It. I've been saying this for years, guys.
Stand your ground coming in clutch there for B.
Nice. Goes for it again as well. Wow.
Another solid L1 there from DLL. But Mordo is back in that power game, just holding his block.
He's about to enter Cosmic mode, though.
Yeah.
B's in Cosmic mode. He's going off.
He missed that SP2 evade, so he's going to lose a lot of health.
Oh, man. Eating a special 2 with special 3.
Yeah, that's not good.
Yeah, but Joe can actually, if he goes into lifesteal, Joe can actually bring this back.
Yeah, Joe needs to try and heal up here a bit. I think if he heals up, or if he just ends it quickly, he can win this round.
Yeah, it's one of the two.
We are live on both streams right now. We're a little behind on DLLs. I'll wait for the fight to finish on what we're showing.
Oh, that is a really good L1. That L1.
Bro. I think, DLL took that round. Wow, that was close.
That was close.
Joe is Joe Fixit. Joe is Joe Fixit. Who DLL? DLL just won that round, correct? Or that game?
Yes. Yeah, he won that round.
Okay. I was just trying to catch up our streams.
Now he's placing the Nimrod. He's placing Mojo.
Okay.
Oh, and back to Nimrod.
So he's placing Nimrod.
I think BMcG needs to use Stealthy for this Nimrod here.
No, I disagree. I think he could do it with Mojo. especially if he's placing Thing. I'm not sure if Black Panther takes Thing down fast enough.
Oh, he can take it down in like 60 seconds if you do it well. Oh, he seems like DLL is going for the Rintrah play. I think DLL is trying to save for the final round.
Yeah, did he throw that? Because I'm not seeing how that fight works out. Doesn't mean it won't.
Not necessarily a throw, because neutralize stops things unstoppable.
Yeah, it's pretty rough. I've tried it. It can go right, but most of the time it's gonna go wrong.
And B went stealthy versus Nimrod, which should be a quick fight.
Oh yeah.
How
Stealthy
long is
Nimrod.
Rintrah versus Thing going to be?
If it goes well, it can be like 40 seconds. If it goes poorly, it's gonna time out.
Mm-hmm.
Got it.
That's just B's stream skipping a little bit and stuff, right?
Yeah, it is. I'm seeing it too.
Okay, cool. Thanks. I'm curious to see how this
is struggling to get Thing cornered here. That's gonna definitely mean this fight is gonna struggle. If you cannot get Thing in the corner, that not much.
As his charges are running out as well, he has to go for this L2 here, and it crit as well.
Yeah. If DLL would have had Thing in the corner quicker there, I think that would have just been lights out, that fight.
He's working on it now, though.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Oh, and unstoppable triggers.
Yeah, I don't...
That is rough.
I mean, DLL, with him, he could have been throwing it or just taking a calculated risk. I would not suggest this matchup at all.
Yeah.
Yep.
Rintrah's neutralize only has a 60% chance to activate. So that one time, like, you really need it to activate, it won't.
Yeah.
Right.
So it's kind of not worth it. And B is just nuking this fight down. However, I do think DLL made the smart play for, I guess, quote-unquote, throwing this round and hopefully setting himself up for the next round really well.
Yeah, because you just got to win 2 games. You don't got to win 2 in a row.
Right.
I would have liked to see Rintrah saved for defense for the final round, but I think he can win this final round if he gets a good fight.
So just 17 more seconds.
Yeah, you kind of want to be like, it's over, DL. Just end it. But he doesn't know that. So I think that's cool that he's sticking with it.
PWF Rintrah has a 60% chance to place neutralize against everyone. It's not just non-cosmic. However, against cosmics, his neutralize has 200% ability accuracy. So it gets nodes like that increased ability accuracy by 100%. I forgot what it was called, though. The one on Path 4.
All right, so they're tied at 1 game apiece here in our third set.
Yeah.
Which would give one of them a nice, sizable lead. This is a big
Terax, smart.
I think DLL is going to place that read.
I think he needs read for Terax, honestly.
OGBP can do it. Okay, yep. iBomb versus Mojo, that can definitely go really well. I've done that a few times.
It can also go very wrong, though. Yeah. It's Mojo. If you get 5 dash back prompts, it's over.
Yep.
Exactly.
DLL is going to be, maybe like 60, 70 seconds, maybe 80 at worst. BMcG really needs to get a clean fight against this Mojo. I think I would give the advantage to DLL here.
Same, I agree. iBomb is not quick. However, he's normally safe against most Mystics, but this would be like the one Mystic I'd say he's not safe against. Just because Mojo, outside of like negative or someone that can't gain buffs, Mojo can really ruin your day.
Or the ghost.
He's just so RNG dependent.
Yeah. I mean, you have an R4, Amanda. Don't you do like an evil giggle every time he like gets 5 dashback prompts against someone?
Yes, I love it. I love it.
Yeah, Amanda tells bedroom stories.
or when you trigger unfazed against people.
Yes, with my R4 Mojo. With 5 dashback prompts. It's my favorite.
Shout out to Work in Progress.
Yeah.
The ramp here for Mr. Fantastic for DL has really got to start picking up, which it is. He's now got 3 of all those debuffs on.
That's all you need.
Yeah. I mean, he's set up now, and B is not making tremendous progress against that Mojo.
Yeah, B is stuck in the corner. He has a dashback prompt against them, so he dashes back SB3, and there you go.
And there it is.
Yeah. And I think that's lights out for this round.
Yeah. DLL's clearly got a hand on what's going on his side of it. it would take something pretty tremendous happening to change this result.
Yeah, it would take like a Terrax heavy in Rockfield to change this.
Yeah.
And that is, I believe, a 1 round for DLL right there.
Yeah.
And,
Nicely done on just going for the safe matchup there.
and that really shows what you all were talking about, though, because as you can see, once BMcG got I-Bomb ramped and he got himself out of that corner, he tore through Mojo.
Right.
So it was really just kind of what could go wrong, like you all were saying.
Yeah, just some bad luck at the wrong time.
Yep.
Who's on the call aside from me? Well, it's me, Vega, Amanda, and Nerd.
Oh, wait, Vega is on the call?
Sometimes.
Well, I mean, there's
Sometimes.
only one way to find out. Is Scorpion a good champ, guys?
So if everyone's okay with it, I'm just going to stop the stream. We're just going to talk about Scorpion for a while.
You guys don't want to see this. Let's just do a Scorpion breakdown.
Yeah. So I'm a big fan of Scorpion, and particularly in Battlegrounds. All right, here we go. So B's got to win this one. DLL has now won 2 in a row. Got a chance to close it out. It's so hard to do. So much RNG. I really do feel like we're behind on B's stream, but I don't want to mess with it.
Yeah, slightly.
There we are.
I think now's the time to catch up,
Sticking
though.
with the Dark Hawk ban for DLL now.
Yeah. Again, he's just banning Torch and Nick because he doesn't have them. And
Yeah.
What's up, B Manny? I thought Vega fell asleep because he hadn't mentioned Scorpio. You know, PW, apparently I'm the only one excited about Quicksilver. I put out a Quicksilver soloing that mean old Dragon Man, and no one wanted to watch it. Like, YouTube actually told me, they're like, regular viewers are not interested in watching this video. It's like, thank you, YouTube. Thank you.
yeah, Doug has a very good question. Is Scorpion any good?
The jury is still out, Doug. We've got a poll running at the top. It appears 75% of the people believe yes. 3 out of 4 voters say yes, he is good. All right. Less absurdity.
Tag on for Scorpion.
Less absurdity, more draft analysis from this crew. Let's start with Amanda. What are you seeing?
Well, let's see. I always I always pick Mojo, like, obviously because of my R4, but having Scorpion on the other side is, you never really know what's going to happen there. He went with Sparky again. Obviously, that worked out really well for him last time. Definitely going for more of like the speed plays, it looks like. Does DLL have... Oh no, he doesn't have Mr. Fantastic this round.
Mm-hmm.
Was he banned
I'd love
finally?
to see him use OGBP. I haven't seen that yet.
Yeah. That's been a just in case I have to fight Overseer pick. And it's the same for second DLL picked up Samcap. Because of in game 2, that round with Starkey versus Samcap, how well that went, B went immediately to Starkey.
Yeah.
So he's just reacting to what DLL's picking.
I'm going to real quick answer a question here because people are asking about the Cytalis boss. Simula put out an excellent video on that, so check out Simula for this. Gosh darn it. The stream stuff.
Oh, nice. These connection issues are definitely giving.
Yeah.
I think BMcG has a strong connection issue advantage right here.
Doug, so the reason you've seen no Killmonger is that he's been banned every game by BMcG because DLL has a rank 4 Killmonger, SIG 200. So B places Terrax down first, and DLL places Nimrod down first on defense.
Oh, that's Starkey versus Nimrod pick. I like that a lot.
Yeah,
I've done this matchup quite a few times. It's one of my favorite Starkey matchups, honestly. I love it.
However, that also leaves Samcap for defense now, with no good counter. Because all of B's attackers here, all of them need to throw specials.
Oh, B is doing something, I think, to rile up the crowd. I like that. I'm not sure what he was showing. You all know B pretty well. Do you know what he was showing us?
I have no clue. No, I wasn't even looking. You do like the wave thing.
Interesting how we all pay attention to different things. I tend to notice what stuffed animals the contestants raise in front of their camera.
Yeah. However, you did notice the last 4 games whenever they drafted Scorpion. We got to give you that.
Yeah, I got my eyes on a Scorpion and stuffed animals. That's what I'm here for.
And also really well put together tournaments.
This is true. Thank you. I feel like you're talking about this one.
I was talking about the server one. This one.
Got it.
Yeah. No, I'm kidding.
Egg and Nerd House put on grow. I have to say, Hyperion has just been incredible.
Yeah. Yeah, it's like, wow, 7 incinerates.
Yeah, and he's getting healed up from the armor break. It's... I know.
I need to add Hyperion to my deck.
Wow.
Yeah. Well, that's the RNG you want with Hyperion.
Yeah.
That's great.
That's a good point. And that is a rank 4, is it not?
Yep, a rank 4.
I mean,
Paul asks, have you tried to get Hyperion yet, Vega?
No, I haven't. You really got to feel bad for B there, right? You come out of that. You come out of that like he thought he was going to win that, right?
That was a huge play to go against your opponent's best attacker in terms of speed and win that round. That's going to shake B.
Yeah.
I think.
Mm-hmm.
And he even performed well. That's the thing. BMcG actually played very, very well. Had I think a reasonably good performance there. If I had done that, there's no way I think I'm losing when I come out of that.
Yeah. And I disagree with DLL's defense pick because I would have immediately placed Sam Cap and been like, all right, good luck, man. But I think he's just saving him for the last round.
That's interesting.
And he will have OGVP and Mr. Negative on attack for that last round if it goes to the last round as well. So definitely a strong third round.
Yeah.
As well as this second round could go either way. I think I would give the advantage to Fighting Doom, but it's definitely easier for Fighting Doom to go wrong. But I would say it's slower on average to fight against.
Mm-hmm.
This is going to be slow versus risky, essentially. This is the matchup.
Yep.
Both with Scorpion. And it looks like different playstyles as well.
Yep.
Vega, what do you think about these playstyles? Who's doing what, and what do you think is faster?
Well, you actually brought up a good point. Surprisingly, I was shocked you did that. But the SP2 off of thank you for getting the joke there, Amanda. The SP2 off of Scorpion does do that, helping with the aura. So I understand why it looks like B is going to that. I still think there's not much B can do about it, but I'm very surprised because I was going to say no. DLL's holding heavy and going for this too. I would not approach this the way they are, but it's looking very good for B right now, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. Just because the lesser health pool of Doom, less resistances, and so on.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So that just goes to show you how good B is.
And he's way more special happy Doom than iBomb is right now.
Yep.
Oh.
Very great way to bring back this game for BMcG.
Yep.
Third round is gonna be close.
He's still got to win one more game though.
Yeah. I really do hope this goes to...
Yeah, I selfishly want this to go the full 5.
I want this to go to full 5, yeah. I need to make like 2 more Scorpion jokes to fill up my quota today. Yeah. Look at that potent regen. He went from losing 25% of health to being back to full health in like 20 seconds.
Yep.
Yeah, crazy.
Narrowly avoids the timeout, but BMcG wins the second round. But on this third round, that Sam Cap is going to be really difficult to deal with.
That's who I'm placing. I'm not even going to think about what he has. Placing Sam Cap, good luck.
You know, Mojo could maybe do decent, but I think I would give DLL the advantage here for the round.
Mojo SP3s would have to be the only way. And then I'd put Guardian on defense. Yeah, so Guardian on defense for the bleed resistance and the potential auto block if OG Black Panther isn't Sig 200 with enough bleeds. And then Sam Cap on defense, and I would go Mojo SP3s here, but B goes as Overseer. I'm not sure what he sees in that matchup.
I think he's going to work to his SP3.
as well. Oh, and go into Cosmic Mode? Yeah, that
and then
also
go into
works.
Cosmic Mode, hopefully. And then he's going to have to try to finish him off without throwing any specials, though.
Yeah. And that's going to disrupt his cycle of just throwing SP1s.
Yeah.
Yo, we'll be taking some damage here from Guardian's shocks.
Shock, yeah, you're right.
Oh, good point.
Yeah, so I think if BMcG takes this slow and steady, he will have a decent chance here.
So it looks like the shock is being purified.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So it looks like a pretty equal start for both.
They're both playing very well.
Yeah, they're both playing like with everything on the line. So
yeah. Here goes B. He didn't throw the SP3.
Guardian is being really passive here now.
I think
Panther's Might is in risk of falling off at this point if that happens. Yeah. Oh, and the special team gets auto.
And then there was the auto block.
Blocks, yeah. His Black Panther isn't Sig 200, so like I said, the auto block was always a possibility. Oh, and now B's gonna go into melting mode here with Overseer.
Gosh, yeah.
And Guardian goes back to being passive.
So did Sam Cap, though.
He has trained his Guardian very, very
and
well.
Cosmic Mode is falling off for Overseer.
Yep.
He gets one last combo win. That was huge.
Oh, this is so... yeah, B pulls it off.
B clutches it out. Nice.
Wow.
Round. We can all celebrate happily that another one went to 5th round.
Yeah, just no one tell them we were cheering. This is a secret between us and...
The 97 people here. Actually, there's more, probably.
And 97 of our closest friends. Just a little secret.
Yeah.
Yeah, things really slowed down for Black Panther.
Yep, after that Panther might fell off, things are really rough for him.
Mm-hmm.
That is the risk, and he does not go for
the punishment. Misses the intercept.
There's one thing I want to comment. As someone I've tried to watch every stream. As you guys know, I was pretty sick earlier in the week. And I've tried to catch at least a portion. I've been incredibly impressed by everyone's competitive spirit. Like, DLL was still fighting there at the end. Something would have had to have gone horribly wrong on B side, and he was still going at it, and that's how every single competitor's been. I think that's been really, really cool. I couldn't... I needed to at least say something about that. I thought that was pretty awesome.
This is it, guys. The game to decide it all.
Like in Gladiator Circuit matches, a fight goes wrong, you just exit out, forfeit. I like that that's not happening here as well.
So what's up, Love Shack? What's up, BK? Sorry for anyone we've missed. Natalie, I think we got you. Eric, hey. Wong, how you doing, my friend? OG Highline has a question. With the amount of support this man has shown the channel, I think we are obligated to ask it. Is Scorpion any good? You know what, OG Highline? We're going to put up a poll just for you on that one.
But you didn't answer the question, Vega.
Yes, I think he is. Let's focus on this. They're down to the final one here, right? Like, this is it to advance.
For BMcG.
And just so everyone knows, this is to take the lead in Group H, which is DLL, BMcG, Max, who I know so many of you know, and Felganos, an incredibly smart player. So this is a big one.
I disagree with that Apocalypse pick. I just don't think he's a fast enough attacker, and he's easy on defense for what B has drafted so far, which is 2 tech champs that hit very hard.
Right.
That Rintraw pick is very, very strong here.
Yeah.
I remember on one of DLL's streams, he did do Reed versus Rintraw, and it was decent, but I think that's going to be able to win a round if BMcG can get a strong attacking round that time.
Exactly. Yeah, and Apocalypse wouldn't be that defender you'd put down in that corresponding round because of how quickly he gets nuked by both Starkey and Nimrod.
They're also both getting very good drafts, I think. Yeah. At least who's coming up. Like, I looked at the 5 champions that they were picking from each of these, and I was like, wow. I did not realize their rosters were this good.
DLL drafts the cow now, so BMcG is probably going to have to save his Stark Spidey for that Rintraw.
Yeah, I wouldn't have gone Rintraw there. I would have gone Scorpion for either Doom or Rintraw. Either of which he could do pretty well against.
I think this is really tough for B, because he wants to pick Night Thrasher.
I think he should go with his heart. Oh, he didn't. Okay.
I think that was the smart call. I think it was.
That Warlock on defense is definitely going to be strong.
But DLL with no good thing counter, in my opinion, I don't think Black Panther is one. So
You know,
So-
not having that SIG 200 on Black Panther definitely hurts a lot for that thing because you're not going to trigger Bulwark or Protection off every time.
Exactly, and that SIG 200, that lack of SIG 200 on Black
Oh.
Panther, is what caused the auto block on Guardian the last round. So,
That was a last second switch. Let's make sure if B comes on, if that was a bit. Let's ask him if that was a bit of gamemanship or what his thought process was. If someone can remember if B comes on afterwards, because that was like last second.
Yeah,
switch.
Very smart choice to go Warlock on defense, just to sort of make the round go longer, because he knows this Reed versus Man-Thing fight isn't the fastest. So he puts someone to waste time. I would have personally gone Doom for Warlock. Yeah.
Yeah, getting rid of that Starkey. Now, I don't think BMcG has any good counter to Rintra after getting rid of that Starkey.
That was a very clutch move by DLL there, honestly.
That Warlock is coming in clutch. I really like that 7th draft pick. Those 7 draft picks can be really, really strong if you can take advantage of it, and DLL has definitely done just that.
Yeah. I mean, outside of anything tragic happening on this Man-Thing, I think he has this round.
Yep. Starkey versus Warlock is definitely no slouch, but it is Mr. Negatives right here.
Also, the thing we got to think about as well is that with Warlock's Infection, he reduces offensive ability accuracy. So we're going to see Power Burns fail on the Heavy. We're going to see SP2 Shocks fail. His specials can't crit because of Warlock's armor. So this is going to be interesting how long this goes. But he looks like he's doing really well.
Yeah, but DLL is about to throw that special too. So this is where it all potentially shifts.
This is where he comes. Yeah, this is where he makes the comeback.
And a special one with the Infection up for BMcG. That is definitely gonna be decisive.
As we saw, only 2 shocks as well from the SP2.
Oh my god, this is coming down to it though.
Wow.
Because Nex has more health.
In clutch for BMcG as well right here.
Yeah, he needs to finish this fight up quickly now.
There's not enough to kill.
Here comes the SP2. Tick, 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 like Blaze says.
He took a lot of block damage at the end there. I think B has this.
Wow.
Yeah. Yeah.
So close.
Oh my.
That was close, yeah. That block damage he took at the end decided it.
Less than 400 points.
Yeah.
So close.
Wow. Having that R4 on Man-Thing is so clutch there.
That's right, that's an R4, isn't it?
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, that Man-Thing's really done well for him today.
Absolutely.
That's also a lesson with Negative that I'm trying to get more people on, is that Negative in Battlegrounds, you don't have to do parry heavy. It takes longer. Just parry 4 times, evade. Do short combos and evade. And it gets you faster results with Negative.
So they both placed Rintro.
And
DL goes to his trademark champion.
Yeah,
they both go with their trademark champion. Well, I guess Bees is Night Thrasher, but he's the guru on Overseer, I believe.
I think Overseer has this, man.
I would give the advantage to Reed here, honestly, just since it's, there's no RNG in getting Reed's damage here. As long as you play well, it's always going to end it pretty well. And since this Rintra is duped, he's actually going to be reversing that power gain once you get to the 3 as well. So you're not going to have to worry about baiting specials at the end at all.
Yeah, and also he's going to be healing from any ruptures he puts on him. The reason I like Overseer for this is because Overseer's cycle, once you get into Cosmic Overload, is basically just keep throwing SP1s. So he'll always have Rintra's charges under control because he's constantly knocking him down naturally. He doesn't have to force knockdowns.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Yeah, it is. This is going to be so close though, because they're both getting to that ramp point. DLL's about to get all of the debuffs up. Did B not throw his?
He threw his SP2 to get into Cosmic Mode. So any special after 4 charges gets you into Cosmic Mode.
I think that might come back to bite him. I think not going to the SP3, he took all that time to get there. Yeah.
And he just lost Cosmic Mode as well.
Yeah.
I think that seals it as long as DLL can finish this out smoothly.
Yeah, I actually started watching DLL's screen a bit more because I just assumed B was going to go to his SP3. So when I looked up and I saw what SP2. I was pretty surprised. I think, we're seeing that.
Now Rintra's refusing to throw a special, and he's at 10 charges.
Yeah, it's
annoying.
And now it's going to come down to the last fight.
Yeah.
Again, these last fight ones. Love to see it.
Oh my god,
Until
this is the last round, isn't it?
Yeah.
Oh my god,
Yup.
guys. Bro,
Final fight of
I-
the stream. And it's
I chose
deciding
the
it.
wrong time to drink a Red Bull. I'm all hyper now. Oh man. I
We
think
got-
we need a chat to calm ourselves down.
This
Is
is-
Scorpion any good?
This is it right here. Game, set, match on the line. It all comes down to absolutely amazing players showing it all. This is why we're doing the tournament. This is fun. This is so much fun. I hope you guys are having as much fun as I am.
Oh my god. I can't even describe how much fun I'm having.
Yeah, well, they're both going to be fighting for it right now, so this is going to be good.
Just
Absolutely.
picking first for defense. He goes Thing, very wise choice. DLL here, both his options get countered
Oh.
very easily.
Yep.
Oh, yeah, I think BMcG has this.
I think he
on the
has
topic of- with Nimrod, I mean, do you think Nimrod's any good, Slay?
For Black Panther?
I
Oh,
was going-
Nimrod?
Yeah,
Oh,
He was-
that was a joke?
it was a
Dude,
joke,
I
it was
use
a joke.
Nimrod for
Yeah.
like the dumbest matchups. He's just so
Look,
good.
I think
Oh,
B
right.
has heavily favored, even though he had to place his defender first, he definitely had DLL cornered.
Yeah.
If
Yeah.
anyone can pull this off with Hyperion against Thing, it's DLL.
It's DLL.
If
Yeah.
anyone can do this, it's DLL with his rank 4. This guy was a Hyperion main when I met him back in War Season 1. So watch out. This
It
is
is
not
not
over.
over.
This is not
It's-
over.
It's not over, guys. Hyperion with some heavies, DLL's knowledge, and some RNG, he can make you cry. So
And if B maybe misses a protocol, like on the when he throws the
Oh,
SP2,
that thing is being super passive. That is not a good
Oh,
sign.
and he's not at a
Not what
special
he was
yet.
special too.
there you go. Yeah, that hurts.
That hurts a lot. Yeah, and he's not getting any more special ones now. That power
Yeah.
gain is just too much at this point.
DLL just, B
Yeah.
threw his first SP2 with Nimrod. That's his rank 4 SIG 200, so that's
Yeah.
gonna do a lot of damage.
yeah, and he threw it with
And
the
now
correct
he-
protocol. He beat.
Yep.
Yeah.
And now DLL has to throw an SP3, which is another like 20 seconds off the time.
And BMcG takes it home.
Yeah, that's obviously that was the tough. I mean, there's like I said, if anyone could do it, it'd be DLL. Didn't mean the chances were good. I would have taken a lot of bets on it not happening just because the matchup is so poor.
Yeah,
Wow, what a game.
That was incredible.
so good.
Just one thing I want to say before we, and hopefully B or DLL will join us on call. I understand if neither does. And we got these three amazing contestants right here commentating just out of the goodness of their heart. Thank you, all three of you. Is if you're enjoying this, if you're watching this and you're enjoying it, go subscribe to the participants. Like, yes, thank you for thumbing up and subscribing to me. I really do appreciate it. It's helpful in letting me know to keep going, keep doing this. It's taken a lot more time than I thought it would, but it's so much fun. But it's the participants, because without them, this doesn't happen. So please go subscribe, let them know this is worth their time and putting themselves out there on a stage to compete against each other. So that would be the best way to thank me, is to go and subscribe to all of them who have been competing. So thank you so much, BK Tiger. What's up, Yusafa? How you doing? Yeah, this was an amazing performance. I mean, these are two incredible players. This is
Very close,
what you
too.
see.
Very close.
Slay, because I feel like you probably have something ready to go. We'll go Slay, Nerd, Amanda. Any just kind of like closing thoughts on what we saw here tonight?
What we saw was likely the closest game in the tournament between two incredibly smart players, two incredibly different players. Like, I think but all their rank ups were really unique. It was really refreshing to watch, and I can't wait to see more from them.
This has definitely been one of my favorite matchups to watch so far. I love when it comes down to the final fight like that. My matchup for Sweden did as well, and it's just so fun in that, final matchup thing. The stakes are super high. I love to see it. And congrats
For sure.
to you. You did super well in coming back. When you're down with the opponent having more wins than you, it's really hard to keep composure, and he did that very, very well.
Yeah, definitely. I really loved watching both of them use like their signature champs in action in like less than ideal situations. It was a lot of fun.
Absolutely.
And we have BMcG on right now.
We do.
Hello, guys.
Hey, B, how you doing, buddy?
congrats.
Thank you.
So we were all just talking about what an outstanding, amazing performance this was from two incredible players. everyone is commenting on you both using signature champions, not champions that we typically see, or at least not all the time unless we're watching your channel, right? You go up 2-1 in the very beginning, and then you end up going down, right? Well, I guess you went up 1-0, then you end up going down 2-1, if you're understanding the way I'm scoring this. What are you thinking heading into that fourth set? Like, what was your mindset there? I feel like you even showed, looked like maybe a stuffed animal or key figurine. And I was like, I think he's rallying. He's rallying everyone. He's showing us something there.
So I don't know if you guys didn't have audio on, right?
No.
Oh.
I was super negative. I thought I was beat both matches. I think it could have gone either way. It's just draft RNG at this point. I think DLL and I are damn near equal in terms of player caliber, planning and everything. That was all draft RNG. I think if him and I did 100 matches, it'd go 50-50. So I think I just got lucky in the end, if we're being completely honest.
That's very humble of you. Very cool. If you can hang on for a second, I think I see DLL has also joined the call. DLL, thank you so much for joining us.
Yeah, how's it going, guys?
Hey.
Good game, DLL.
Yeah, man, that was intense.
Yeah.
So
that was the best game so far, honestly.
That was incredible. The drama, awesome. The skills presented, the showcase of champion knowledge was outrageous. DLL, I was telling the group, obviously you did not end up with a good matchup there. And B's talking about, the draft at the very end where you had your Hyperion going against Thing. And I said, if anyone can do this, though, it's going to be DLL. He's been a Hyperion main since I met him War Season 1. And yet, Thing went very passive on you. Did you go into that thinking you had a shot, or was it just like a kind of a, sorry for the lack of or not a great term here, but Hail Mary? What was
it? Was
thought?
Basically a Hail Mary.
Yeah.
I was kind of like, I was relying on Black Panther to, I don't know, pay me back on the RNG because I had like a 7% chance for B's Guardian to auto block me, and he did.
Yep.
So I was hoping that maybe we would turn that around and some of his parries would.
You on that, by the way. I was like, your Black Panther's not max sig. He could auto block, and it ended up happening.
It's funny you say like you were hoping RNG would get you, because I was parrying and my parries were failing, and it was also not giving me armor ups, so not giving me charges. So I was kind of like, what the hell's going on here?
Then it's more back to Thing, because I've done that fight and I've finished it with hype in like 45 seconds and I've timed out.
Yeah.
It's all about RNG because it matters so much where the power bars line up, and you basically can't throw special 3.
Yeah. We have a question for both of you. If we can go with DLL first, then BMcG. The chat and everyone on call has been debating whether Scorpion is in fact good.
Ask this too.
Whether Scorpion is what?
In fact, good in this game.
He's bad.
He showed up once or twice.
Yeah. So the serious question here is, and I would like to let DLL go first, and then B, if you're still able to stay on, I appreciate it, is one thing that we did actually really debate or just kind of wonder about to talk through was you both, I felt like, played Scorpion differently based on who you were fighting. Like sometimes you were holding the heavy, sometimes you were trying to intercept the special 1, and then the special 2, it looked like when you were up against a Doom. Did we read that correctly? If you could kind of talk us through your uses of Scorpion, if you remember your matchups.
Yeah, I mean, first off, I will say I don't consider myself particularly fluent with Scorpion yet. I'm still very much learning him. And so I do kind of adapt it. My hope is basically like special 1, special 2 for typical opponents, and then like the more combat power rate they have, the more easily heavy countered their specials are, the more health they have, because Jesus, I bomb. You kind of have to play it a little bit differently.
So personally, I just like going for special 1s in Battlegrounds, but against Doom, where I dropped that special 2, I kind of knew with the Sting Burst that the special 2 would take like half of his health down, like the rest of his health down, and then when he launched his special attack, that would finish him off. So that was kind of like his special 2 refreshes the Sting debuffs, if I'm correct. So launching that would pretty much give me a guaranteed KO pretty quickly. So I try to stick with special ones unless I see like the finishing blow in sight.
Yeah, there's also some really complicated math going on behind the scenes with Scorpion, where it's like, if on the way to your special 2 you see a bunch of your stings falling off because they're being passive, then it can actually be better for you to go for the special 1 instead of trying to cash out. It's a little bit like Guardian in that way, in my experience.
Yeah.
I have a question for DLL, if you guys don't mind.
Yeah, go for it. I was actually going to ask you guys if you had any questions.
Yeah, so one of the things I noticed, DLL, is that you had chances to place Hyperion on defense with B having very suboptimal counters, but you chose not to. Was that because you just kind of didn't notice, or was that more because you're so fluent and comfortable with Hyperion that you just always want to have him available for attack? Because in these 5 games, you didn't place Hyperion on defense once. It was just something that I noticed, if you care to comment on that.
I think I did place him once, and it won me the match.
Oh, it did? Okay. Well, I must have missed that. Sorry.
He met aside from the one where you won, the other times.
Yeah, the other times, because there was... I remember game 1, game B took, he had Scorpion and Mojo, and someone else that wasn't really a Hyperion counter, and you chose not to place Hyperion on defense.
I was looking at both of those as potential Hyperion counters, especially Mojo.
Uh-huh. Okay, fair enough.
Like, I'm aware of the SIG interaction where it doesn't reduce it by 90, it reduces it by like 50, but in my experience, that is enough to allow you to bait out a hype that's being brewed.
Okay.
Yeah. All right, and then let's give Nerd and then Amanda a chance to ask a question if they have them.
I don't have any question.
Okay.
I don't think you placed your Hyperion on defense at all.
I'm pretty sure you didn't, because
maybe that was the warm-up match. Because I did it. Yeah, it must have been the warm-up match then, and it got me a kill because the other person ate a special 3.
Second question: can you guys do another set? No, I'm good.
I do want to say sometimes when he had Hyperion and I didn't have a great counter, and let's say I had Overseer in my deck, which is most of the cases, Overseer is a phenomenal Hyperion counter because the taunt on the heavy attack and Hyperion's power gain buffs will fuel my Gamma power because he'll be gaining more bars of power faster. So it's max damage Overseer faster.
Oh,
so
enough.
That's more what it was. Is I was looking at these options, and every time I was like, I felt like he always had Hyperion counters, at least relative to how useful he is for me on attack.
I made sure to.
I just always felt like you thought of Hyperion the way I think of Omega. Like, this is my guy. Like, if I have a hard matchup, I'm going to him. And that's what I thought you were doing with Hyperion, and I wanted to confirm.
Yeah, for the most part. Like that and Reed. And Reed similarly. Like, I will place Reed on defense if I catch the opponent, but every time B had Falcon sitting there, he had Stealthy sitting there, it wasn't worth it. And that's why Reed went on attack.
All right, and I'd like to we have a question here from the chat, but before we get to that, I'd like to hear from Amanda. I think she did have a question.
Oh, I don't have a question.
Oh, all right. Well, there we go. And so the question from the chat was, this is from Yusafa, who's also competing in the tournament. It's a question for both of you, so we'll start off with DLL and then go to B here. Do you go for champion comfort or for obvious counter when you're picking your match?
Oh, you're starting with me?
Yeah, let's do that.
Okay. I go for a mixture of both. So when DLL placed Guardian on defense, or he drafted Guardian, I knew that Guardian would likely go on defense. So I picked Night Thrasher, and Night Thrasher's not a typical counter, but I'm very comfortable with him. I've had sub 60-second fights against like Omega Sentinel, so I was fairly certain I could handle that Guardian fine with a sub-optimal counter in some people's eyes, but I think he's pretty darn good. But most fights I try to have a mixture of this counter makes sense logically, as well as I'm comfortable using said champ, because if I'm not comfortable, I'm going to lose the round.
Yeah, I agree with that. That's actually one of my post-mortems for this that I said before hopping on stream, is that I need to put Crossbones back in my deck because I am too vulnerable to Thing. And I have won fights against Thing, but I think in the grand scheme of things, I have been relying on people being too scared of my defenders and not banning my Tigra. And I even said, as I was on my way up, I was like, these people aren't respecting Tigra properly. That's going to change. And then I faced B and he banned her, and sure enough, thing was a problem twice.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, your Tiger was an instant ban. Because she's ranked 4, Sig 200. I don't want to deal with her. She trivializes so much. She's just too fast.
And then it's also because of your roster as well, DLL, because I noticed you weren't running a torch either. So he didn't have to worry about banning that. He saw a rank 4 Killmonger. He's like, yeah, screw that. I'm not fighting that. And rank 4 Tigra, he's like, screw that. I'm not letting DLL fight with that. And those were pretty obvious. And then he went for Hulkling when he realized he didn't have the greatest counter to Hulkling outside of Mordo. And Rinso was always consistently being banned, so he couldn't rely on that for Hulkling either.
Yeah, when Hulkling destroyed me in the first round with Jabari, I was like, yeah, I'm not dealing with this guy anymore. But yeah, you not having Human Torch, Archangel, and Penny, all 3 champs I normally ban, really
made banning straightforward.
It made it straightforward, but also it was... I'm used to not having to deal with those champs, because I always ban them, but I had to deal with other champs that kind of gave me issues. Who was one of your defenders that really gave me issues? I can't remember. The Doom was consistently kicking my ass, even though I beat him like once. But I think I lost to you most rounds that you placed him on defense.
Yeah, very cool. And then, so we had a question here from JB Gamer. Just
those are the same 3 I ban almost every time as well, by the way, which is why they're not there.
Which was just complimenting B on the use of the special 1 Scorpion just as Doom's aura was ending. I did notice that. I did think that was very cool. I want to thank everyone for showing up, the chat, the competitors for putting on an incredible show, Amanda, Slay, and Nerd for being here, commentating, making this as much fun as it possibly could be. Every time we do this, it feels like it's getting more and more fun. And then make sure you go, please, anyone who's still listening, go subscribe to the competitors. Let them know you appreciate this. This is what'll keep everyone going and doing it. And then I'd like to give them an opportunity to sign off. We'll start off with DLL, and then B, you guys take us home. Oh, and actually, wait, DLL, will you be streaming my matchup with Slayer later tonight?
Yeah, that's the plan. I think J-Nick and I are going to hang out.
Beautiful. So make sure everyone tunes in to my channel, Slayer's channel, and then DLL for actual commentary on the matchup between me and Slayer, which will be starting in an hour and 45 minutes. Now let's have DLL and then BMcG take us home.
Yeah, this was really fun. I feel the same way that B does. Like this felt very even. I do think that I need to make adjustments to my deck. So at the moment, I'm not sure I fully agree with his 50-50. I think I'm maybe a little bit less favored than that, but it felt very close and it was a lot of fun. And I really enjoyed, the 1 round where it was Reed versus Man-Thing on my end, and then was yours, like Overseer versus Guardian or something. That was freaking hilarious.
Night Thrasher versus Guardian, yeah.
That's it, yeah. That was...
Yeah.
It's a lot of fun, man.
Yeah, that was a lot of fun to see. I kind of chuckled when I saw that.
We were talking about it like, oh, it's the 2, like, champs of these guys going at it. Whoever wins this matchup wins the series.
That's literally my thumbnail.
Yeah, I totally jinxed DLL by saying that as well now that I realize it.
Multiple Slay jinxes in the same stream? I'm lucky I made it to round 5.
Well, guys, I should not be commentating anymore. Goodbye.
All right. Thank you very much, everyone. I'm sure we'll see both B and DL many more times in this tournament. Thank you, Amanda, Nerd, Slay, everyone. Seriously, if I forgot you, it's not on purpose. And let's go raid Marcus. He is also competing in this tournament. Let's go show him some love. I think he's doing 8.1. The link is in the chat. And let's go VBC raid. I'll catch you guys all very, very soon. Take care.